Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. It's another day, another drive, and this time, we are testing Tesla's full self-driving software in snowy New York. That's right, snow is on the ground, roads are wet, and FSD has a real challenge ahead. Let's see how it handles these tricky conditions. If you're new here, I'm Ananto Mohammed, and I love documenting my experiences with Tesla's full self-driving system. So buckle up, relax, and let's hit the road together. And hey, if you enjoy these deep dives into FSD performance, don't forget to follow the podcast. Now, let's get into it. All right, so right out of the gate, we're making a right turn. Those cars were far enough for us to go, but FSD decided to take its time, hesitating a bit before completing the turn. It's probably adjusting due to the snowy conditions. That's one of the interesting things about FSD. It constantly adapts to its surroundings. So, let's see if that pattern continues. We're cruising along, and had to take over there. A car on my right drifted slightly into my lane, and I didn't want to take any chances. I know you guys can't feel that through the audio, but trust me, it was a close call. That's why human supervision is still crucial with FSD. Next, we're approaching a stop sign. This one's actually covered in snow. Now, let's see what the car does. Wow! It recognized the stop sign and stopped exactly where it needed to. That's a huge improvement. Previous versions struggled with partially obscured signs, so this is a great sign of progress. Now we're heading into a narrow road. This is where things get interesting. FSD has struggled here in the past, but let's see how it performs today. The car is braking, waiting, trying to find a path. I'm going to take over here because it's hesitating too long. Let's re-engage and try again. All right, second attempt. And this time, it goes through much smoother. A little hesitation at the start, but it corrected itself. Something really cool is happening here. As we drive over packed snow, the car feels the texture change under its tires and slows down. That's pretty amazing. It's not just reacting to obstacles, it's adapting to road conditions in real time. All right, moving on to our next big test. An unprotected left turn. For those unfamiliar, an unprotected left is when the car has to cross lanes of traffic without a traffic light to guide it. These are some of the hardest maneuvers for FSD. So, here we go. Stopping, creeping, forward, and go. Perfect execution. The car timed it well, even with traffic approaching in the distance. That's impressive. We're now approaching a newly constructed road that's not yet mapped on Tesla's navigation system. This is a great test to see how FSD handles unfamiliar territory. As expected, it's a bit confused. It's looking for lane markings that aren't there. I had to take over because it wanted to turn where no road exists yet. These are the moments where you realize just how much human intuition is still necessary. Now, let's try another unprotected left turn. This one has a tricky setup. The car stops, creeps forward, hesitates, and then makes the move. It did well, but I noticed it was extra cautious, probably due to the snow. Overall, I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10 on this maneuver. Final thoughts. FSD 12.6 is showing serious improvements. It's more cautious in snow, recognizes hidden stop signs, and is making better decisions on unprotected left turns. But it still has its moments, like unnecessary hesitations and confusion with unmapped roads. Is it perfect? Not yet, but it's getting closer with each update. And that's a wrap on today's episode. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to follow the podcast. More FSD tests are coming, and I can't wait to share them with you. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.